Hey, what's up guys? MGH here. Welcome back to the Arsenal Career Mode. Season 3 is beginning now. Yes, I know I started a Football Manager 2020 beta series. I've decided, not many people were watching it, and a lot of people were saying, just go back to the Career Mode. You can do Football Manager when it comes out. So, you're right. I thought I would test it out and try it out, but we're back here on FIFA 20. This is what I want to be doing right now. Even I was getting a little bit bored of the beta because it felt like it wasn't there permanently. I wasn't going to be there for a long time. So we'll be back with Football Manager. Do not worry about that. But now we begin Season 3 of the Arsenal Career Mode. Now, the team isn't particularly happy at the moment. It wasn't a terrible Season 2, but it could have been a lot better. So hopefully Season 3, which I think may be the final season, we can win it all. Go for the Premier League, the Champions League, whatever we want to win, we're going to go for it. Now, in terms of signings, where do I stand? What do I want to do? How can I improve this team? Well, if you look at the first team, I think it's quite difficult to actually upgrade this. I really enjoy and use all of these players a lot. On the bench, I think we're missing a defensive midfielder that's better than Maitland-Niles, so maybe we could bring in a CDM of some type that's around, the 82, 83, 84 mark. I think that would help improve the squad. And then on the reserves, I'm still looking to sell Nketiah, even though I don't need to. I just feel like we're not going to use him, and we can invest a lot of money in something else. I just don't know what it's going to be, though. I'm happy with my backup choices. We are lacking a central midfielder on the reserves, so again that ties in with what we're looking for here as well. So I can see Maitland-Niles being on the reserves and then someone else coming in there. So I think a defensive-minded midfielder is what I'm going to be looking for. Strikers, what do I do? Lacazette is still my main striker. Aubameyang is my backup striker. We of course have Marlon as well, who can play as striker. We've got Pepe, he can play as a striker as well. And Nketiah and Martinelli, I don't know if I want to change that. The thing is, guys, with career mode, I find it's very easy to ruin the feel of the career mode if you make too many changes. The core team I'm using here is still the Arsenal squad with a few additions here and there. So I don't really want to ruin that. So let's look for a defensive midfielder that's going to cost, I don't know, around 50 million, something like that. And we can bring him in as maybe a first-team player. I don't know if he'll get in ahead of Guendouzi and Torreira much, but someone that will still be used quite a lot. Let's take a look in the Premier League first. I'm thinking Ndidi could be a very good choice. Just going to kind of go through the list and see what pops up. So far, no one's really taken my interest. I mean, Fabinho would be way too good. He would have to play. I don't know, maybe Lerma wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't mind getting Lerma into the team. Very decent player. McTominay, no. I don't really want to sign a Manchester United player. Marvelous Nakamba. He's actually a beast. I'm a big fan of him, but I'm not so sure he's what I'm looking for. So I think Ndidi is a good place to start. We'll go ahead and add him to the shortlist. Declan Rice, no, not feeling that so much. I'm going to go through all the top leagues and just take a look, really. We don't have to make a final decision in this episode. Let's go over to the French league now. Of course, at the moment, I'm looking at CDMs. I'll look at central midfielders as well. But I do want someone that's defensive, someone that comes in for Torreira, who, of course, for Arsenal in real life is a centre-forward, basically, a central attacking midfielder. We want someone that's going to be screening the back four and helping out defensively. My God, Luis Gustavo's picture this year is brilliant. I love that. And Villa was linked with Arsenal many times. Never really worked out. We're seeing a few regens here, or new gens. How the hell do you say that name? No Man Yahanari. No idea. I don't really want to go with someone too young either. I'm kind of fed up. I've been doing this for years now, just buying young players. And Ndidi, I think, is as young as I'm looking at, really. I want someone who's kind of 23 plus, something like that. It's very easy to just want to sign all the young players, but maybe we could do something different. Go for someone who's already experienced, a 28 plus year old. I don't know. We'll see if there's anyone that takes my liking here. There's not really many central defensive midfielders I can think of off the top of my head that would suit what I'm looking for. Javi Martinez. I tell you what, I know he's 32, but it would be different. It'd be something very, very different. I mean, Juventus is a great example, bringing in Blaise Matuidi when he was, I think, 31. I mean, and he's been excellent. He's been absolutely fantastic for them. So it kind of makes sense. We could do something like that. Witsel would be absolutely incredible. Weigl there, we signed him in the FM career mode. You know what? I'm going to add him there as well. 25 years old, 82 rated. He's kind of what I'm looking for. Someone like that. By the way, I don't know if you saw that guy. I might be the only person in the world that thinks this. If you know the YouTuber and now professional esports team owner, the guy at 100 Thieves, Nade Shot. Don't you think he looks like him? Every time I see this Chetin guy, I think that looks like Nade Shot. Let me know in the comments if you think the same. He does look a bit like him. Let's have a look at the Serie A. Let's see if anyone is there as well. Decore. Ooh, okay. Let's add Decore. He's another very good choice. Fernandinho playing at Juventus there. By the way, I haven't got the mods loaded because they're out of date and I haven't had a chance to download all the latest editions. I've got my in-laws over, so I've been busy away from my PC. This is the first time I played FIFA in about 4 or 5 days. So I will get that sorted before the next episode. Tonali, no, not interested. I think maybe we look at CMs now. Let's do one last check, this time in the Spanish league. Amadou there. Busquets, oh my god. That would be amazing, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. We've got Carvalho, very good player. That could actually be a good shout. We'll add him, why not? Casemiro, no, he's too good, should be in the team. I think someone like Carvalho would be behind Torreira and Guendouzi, but very, very close. It's the similar kind of rating. Fernando, nah, I don't think there's actually that many. Okay, so let's have a look at this list first before we take a look at central midfielders. We've got Ndidi, we're looking at 30 million, something like that. I don't know, around 28 for Weigl, around 35 for Decore, and, well, we could pay his release clause here, but that would be silly, seeing as we could probably get him for 35 million. I think Carvalho would actually be very good. It's quite tempting to go for him, actually. And Ndidi, I don't know, I've already signed Maddison from Leicester, and I feel kind of bad because we're raiding their best players. I do like Weigl, but am I feeling it? Not really. So I think it's actually between Ndidi, Decore, and Carvalho. Let's have a look at some central midfielders. I will take a look myself, otherwise this episode will be 50 minutes long, and then I'll add them into this list and we'll take a look. Well, I think I'm done. I can't really see anyone in the Premier League that I'm looking at right now. I mean, I was thinking maybe bringing back Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't know. Not so sure it's realistic. And it might be that when we go to the contract stage that he says he doesn't want to rejoin a club that he's already been at. But we've come up with a good list here. I've got quite a few central midfielders. We've got Bentancur here, who is actually at Villarreal right now. Santi Cazorla. I miss the guy so much, and I feel like I would probably have a lot of fun with him. I might just sign him anyway, just bring him back home. We've got Kondogbia there, who I think could be a great choice. We've got Partey as well. He's someone that I'm always interested in using in the new FIFA. Every year, I swear, this guy gets better and better, can play in a lot of different positions, and there is Oxlade-Chamberlain as well. Really wouldn't be a bad shout. So this is really difficult. We've got some really great players. I think what I need to do first is just narrow the list down. So I think I'm going to remove Weigl, and I'm going to remove... Who would I rather out of these 3 CDMs? I think Ndidi I'd rather over Decore, so that's him gone. But Carvalho I'm equally as excited about. So that's those CDMs selected. Let's try and narrow it down to 2 centre mids as well. Bentancur, I like him, and I love the fact that he's Uruguayan. We could pair him up with Torreira. I know this is a bit silly, but I hate the fact he doesn't have his actual face. That is actually bothering me a little bit, because it looks nothing like him. And I doubt there's a mod that has his face. And to be fair, he's very similar to Guendouzi. He kind of has a bit of everything. So I'm not looking for another Guendouzi. So we'll take Bentancur out. Cazorla, I'm not removing him. I love Cazorla, man. I'm tempted, you know. Kondogbia, I mean, I don't have a left-footed central midfielder, do I? So that's something good about him, and I am a big fan of him. I like him a lot. Also, similar to Guendouzi, I guess, kind of an all-rounder. Partey, I don't know. It's difficult. Who would I rather, Kondogbia or Partey? I think Kondogbia. You're looking at around the same amount of money, roughly. I think I'm going to take Partey out, actually. Not feeling that. And Oxlade-Chamberlain, it's a really difficult one because I really like Oxlade-Chamberlain, but is he a central midfielder that I'm interested in using? Does he slot in as not a central attacking midfielder? Because, of course, I play with 2 CMs and then a cam. I don't think Oxlade gets into the team at cam, and I don't actually think he'd be any good as a slightly deeper central midfielder. He works as 3 central midfielders, I feel like. So in a 4-3-3, maybe on that right side. So I think he's gone. So we're down to 4. We're down to 4 players here. Every single one of them has a release clause except from Ndidi. Do you know what? I'm actually going to get Cazorla and just have him in the team. I want him. So release clause, no. We will begin negotiations. We're looking at probably, 5 to 10 million, something like that. And let's see if the manager is willing to part ways. Of course, this will be my final season, most likely, so I'm not worried about his rating going down too much. And with the new dynamic potential, older players decrease more slowly. So he might genuinely stay 78, maybe 77 for the rest of this season. So we're going to go ahead and offer a transfer fee here. And I'm going to offer his value. Maybe just under his value. Let's go 4.5. We have a lot of money. It's not really a big deal, but I don't want to overpay unless I absolutely have to. And that's a fair offer for Cazorla. Come on, Santi. Don't turn down the contract because it's Arsenal. Please, I beg you. I would do anything right now to have you back in this team. I would love it. I'm so sad that he had to leave. He didn't have to leave. He just wasn't getting into the team anymore. And since he's left, he's actually done so well at Villarreal. It's really sad. The injury he went through was awful. Sporadic, let's go ahead and do that. I believe they took some skin from his arm and they attached it to where his ankle was injured. And part of his tattoo, which I believe has his daughter's name, is now on his ankle as a skin graft. How sad is that? It's really, really sad, but I'm so glad that he's fit and healthy now. Contract length, just in case. Can we get a 2-year out of him? Go on. Yes, he will take 2 years. So far, so good. He's not saying anything about being an ex-Arsenal player, and he's happy to go through with this process. So let's deny a release clause. Oh, it's so cheap. It is so cheap. Do you know what? Because I love you, Santi, I'm going to give you 60k. I'm giving you 60,000 per week. And I'm even going to give him a nice bonus as well. We've got so much money. 300k, boom. Welcome to the team. Come on, Santi. Yes! We've got him. Oh, you see that smile on my face. There is, I think, out of the last 6, 7, maybe even 8 years, Santi Cazorla is right up there for me as one of my favourite players. I love the guy so much. And I'm so excited to have him back in this team. Come on, where are you, son? I want to take a look at his stats a little bit more. So, 5-star weak foot still, 36 years old. He's got pretty low stamina. And, of course, his sprint speed and acceleration is not very good. But this guy, imagine when we're playing in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and we've got him sitting back and pinging passes over the top. It's going to be a thing of beauty. He is injury prone, but that's to be expected after his last 5 years of his career. Lots of injuries. But we've got Santi Cazorla. I will absolutely ask a guy that I know that can change their kits and stuff in their picture, and I'll get him looking fresh in the Arsenal Adidas kit. Oh man, I'm so happy about that. So now the question is, do we need to bring in another central midfielder, or do I rely on Maitland-Niles? What do we do, guys? Maitland-Niles, or do I bring in someone else? It doesn't hurt to have more numbers, does it? So for me, which out of these 3 excites me the most? I think actually Kondogbia, because he's left-footed, it gives me something different. Something completely different. We don't have a left-footed central midfielder since Granit Xhaka was sold to Leicester. So I think we go for it. Do we just pay the release clause? I think we do. Just go ahead and do it. Let's try and sign Kondogbia next. 2 brand new central midfielders coming into the team. I wonder how much this contract is going to be, though. So he wants rotation, really? That's a little bit strange, but okay, rotation. Let's do that. 3-year contract. Let's push for 4 just because why not? Brilliant. His agent's not wearing many clothes, is he? Just a shirt. Okay, let's do that. No release clause. How much is he going to want? Is he going to suggest it? No. Okay, so he's on 49. Money just isn't an issue, so I'm going to throw in 90k. Let's see if he'll accept it. I'm pretty sure he will. And kind of. He wants quite a big sign-on bonus there. We're going to remove the appearances. Let's bring that to 95. He can have the 900k. Again, money isn't an issue. Let's get him in. Boom. 2 central midfielders signed, but the one I'm most excited about, of course, is Santi Cazorla. So if I remember correctly, Santi Cazorla was number 19, was he not? Unfortunately, Pepe has number 19, but is 7 available? I think Gnabry's got it, isn't he? No. Okay, so what's the next best number for Cazorla? Should we give him number 20? I think that could work well. Number 29 is taken, of course, by Guendouzi. Let's give him number 20. Although it might look a bit wrong. I don't know. I'm obsessed with player numbers looking right. Does Cazorla suit number 20? Not really. I think Kondogbia can have... I think 18 suits Kondogbia. That's fine. Do you know what? 20. Cazorla, you are owning the number 20 shirt. You are considerably more welcome than Mustafi with that shirt. So when I get the mods in, we'll change their shirts. We'll get the latest boots and stuff like that. But honestly, I'm so excited about these 2 new players. The next big task, of course, is to get the morale higher. Because right now, there are some unhappy players. I think it's purely because at the end of the season, we really didn't do very well. We missed out on the Champions League final. We didn't win the Premier League title. So we need to work on that. So here are the objectives for this season. We've currently got a 76 manager popularity rating, which isn't bad considering how we didn't really do much last year. So youth development is a medium priority. Of course, that's not something we focused on in this career mode whatsoever. But brand exposure, once again, is the critical objective. They want us to earn 178 million from shirt sales. That isn't a problem. Long term isn't an issue either because we probably won't be here. Financial is low. They just want me to increase the club's worth. Wait, what? Increase the club worth of your club. Why not just increase the club worth by 15%? Why do they have to make that sentence so much more complicated? Domestically, it is a high priority, as it is with Continental as well. So reach the Champions League final, win the Premier League, and win the FA Cup. So the Carabao Cup, they don't care at all. But we do need to do well in every other competition. We arguably have to win everything this season except from the Carabao Cup. So that's what we're going to be doing this season. That is my objective. I think what I'm going to do is simulate the Carabao Cup. The FA Cup will simulate the early games, and then we'll play the rest of them. And then, of course, the Champions League and the Premier League, absolute utmost importance. We need to really go for it. But is there any other changes we want to make to this squad? What I'm going to do is I will leave it here because I would like to make another episode now before it's too late because I've still got Ellen's parents around, so I don't want to take too much time away. We are going to go ahead and leave it here and leave it with you guys. You guys can leave your comments down below. Pick a position. If there's a player you think I should sell, I think I'm going to keep hold of Nketiah just because why not? Think of it as we've got one spot here. One more player that we can bring in to boost our numbers going into Season 3. Maybe there's a player you just think I should replace. You know, is Martinez good enough as a backup keeper? Maybe not. Maybe we bring in someone else. Just leave your comments down below. But let's go ahead and move these players in. Cazorla will have to go on the bench. He's on the reserves. He's not quite good enough, I don't think, to be on the bench permanently. So that's what we're looking at. That is the new reserves. I think maybe a left-back wouldn't be a bad shout. So, yeah, leave your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the FM series. It just wasn't meant to be. We'll be back when the game comes out, and I'll be streaming it, so you can look forward to that. But until next time, see you then.